A new episode of Death Battle just dropped. It's Goku versus Superman Part 3. I didn't think they were making another one, especially after that second part. They kind of established that Superman was just way too overpowered for Death Battle type episodes. And it makes sense because, I mean, they can make Superman as strong as they want him to be. And, like, what does Goku have now? Because I'm thinking of, like, the manga, like the latest chapters, and yeah, he has Mastered Ultra Instinct. But I don't know if that's going to be enough. Like, I just don't know. Yeah, Goku's stupidly overpowered and all that stuff, but I mean, he's still getting one-shotted by Frieza in their last encounter, so I just don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm still gonna just I'm voting Superman here. I'm betting Superman's gonna win again. But I don't know. We'll see. If Goku wins, then great. I guess it'll finally satisfy the Dragon Ball fans. I mean, I'm a Dragon Ball fan too. Don't get me wrong. It's just you gotta look at this objectively, and Superman is just stupidly overpowered. So let's take a look at what they say.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by BetterHelp.
A little loud. Still loud. Oh yeah, that's another thing.
Goku.
Masako X is not reprising his role for Goku in here. Instead, they got someone else. Like a voice actor with like a whole resume of like various voice work. And Superman is being voiced by what's his name? Xander Mobus, I believe is the name. He's probably best known as the announcer for the Smash Brothers Ultimate and Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS. So that's pretty cool.
Superman.
Check out the picture I sent. Right now? Hang on.
We're examining Superman's extensive mainline comic book canon. Given Dragon Ball Super's contentious continuities, we'll include thorough Dragon Ball heroes.
Well, okay then.
Boomstick, and it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills.
Oh wow.
Who would win a death battle?
That's funny.
Far away, in an enchanted land, an old master found a boy and marveled at his uncommon strength. This is the story of Son Goku. Chances are, if you've watched
Yeah, I know, right?
anime, you can thank this guy. Inspired by martial arts films and his wife's interest in Chinese culture, Akira Toriyama crafted the story and the character that would define generations to come. Dragon Ball!
Dragon Ball. Yo, the Broly movie.
Vegeta narrowly escaped its destruction by Frieza and was raised on Earth by happy old Grandpa Gohan. Not just raised, but trained. Gohan began...
Dang, Goku is over 40 years old. He's 5'9"? Huh. Oh, he'd be a little taller.
Specifically, he learned the Kame-sen and Ryu...
Favorite foods: fish, orange soda, specifically. Ramen and anything. Not a bad dad, you guys are just mean.
He wanted to improve. This little low-class monkey boy would prove that hard work and dedication can beat raw talent. Within just a few years, he was so strong, the only worthy teachers left were gods. And a talking cat, but mostly gods. When you're training to dodge lightning, you know you're a few leagues over everyone else. He did have a slight advantage. Saiyans are naturally...
He's a Saiyan!
They also take Nietzsche's famous words, what doesn't kill you is stronger, very, very literally.
Yeah, the Zenkai boost.
Unfair how much of a boost in power they get after they're hurt. While Saiyans like Vegeta may have abused this trait, it suits Goku. No matter how many times you knock him down, he will get back up, stronger than before. It helps that he knows so many cool combat moves, like the Kamehameha! An incredibly powerful...
Yeah, and not one bit of those moves are his own.
Point for a devastating...
Everything Goku knows, he's learned from other people.
Roshi decades to master, but Goku got it in like 5 seconds. It's incredibly versatile, with over 50 different variations. For example, Goku can curve the beam after firing, or even shoot it from his feet. But unlike most Saiyans,
He's only ever done that once.
Just use ki to blow shit up. Moves like the
Against, was it Piccolo Jr.?
Require a lot more strategy and planning. Because while Goku isn't exactly book smart, he is a genius when it comes to martial arts. He doesn't just train to conquer his opponents, but to conquer himself. He's also got some different moves, like trapping you in a rice cooker. Well, pretty much any container could be used for the Mothama sealing technique. Then there's
Oh, he can do that, can he?
Instant steroids. Goku's multiplied his power by 20 with it before, power, and in a movie, he even got it up to times 100.
And he combined it with Super Saiyan Blue.
Or Spirit Bomb is potentially his strongest attack, but it requires considerable time, unlike instant transmission.
But the thing with Spirit Bomb, I don't think Spirit Bomb can work on Superman though, because didn't they establish that the Spirit Bomb only really works against those with like an evil heart? At least that's how it worked in the Saiyan saga. Like it was aimed at Gohan, and Gohan just deflected it back to Vegeta.
Which is a teleport that's instant. The way it works is Goku detects another person, like a sort of beacon, then teleports to their location by launching himself through an alternate dimension where time stands still.
That's how it works?
According to the Daizenshuu guidebook, it's a dimension hop. You can actually see this in between space in some movies and games.
And the dubs wanted us to think it shot Goku's molecules around at light speed. Silly English.
The dubs are more than that. In fact, early dubs of Dragon Ball Z tried to rewrite Goku as a Superman figure. Even his famous speech on Namek about
but allies a good speed. Nope.
About him coming to terms with his Saiyan heritage, accepting his anger and pride.
They fixed that in the Kai dub. They made it more in line with a Japanese dub.
Hell yeah. If there's
Up to all the redeems? Oh, I disabled them during Archipelago.
Super Saiyan and its
Because
sequels all have
you couldn't even hear them anyway. I gotta turn them back on.
But they threw us for a loop by turning Goku into a god.
Super Saiyan God certainly changed things up. Goku gained Divine Ki, a pure form of Ki unspoiled.
They never explain how Vegeta managed to reach Super Saiyan God.
Appears to have healing properties.
Kinda like Senzu.
I mean, one would assume it was with the same thing, the same,
It can regenerate a person's
like,
life.
process. That was Moro, by the way, that they showed.
God Goku reached a level of power that could compete with the greatest of deities, nearly shattering the whole universe with a single clash on his first go. Dragon Ball's cosmology is unique. This model is said to be an accurate depiction of Universe 7, but there's a wrinkle there. When all of humanity went to heaven,
Because Boo went berserk.
Videl commented that heaven is just as large as a universe, and the Daizenshuu backs her up.
And, that's heaven. Big planet.
So let's set things up with that in mind. Doing so would make Universe 7 over 1,500 times larger than our own observable universe.
And Goku could destroy that much the first time he went God. And he didn't lose that power. He learned how to use it.
Yeah, but now he's got Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken,
When he stacked Super
Ultra
Saiyan
Instinct
on
Sign, Master Ultra
Super
Instinct.
Saiyan Blue.
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Yeah, not saying that. Or after he trained with some almighty angels. Or when he perfected the blue hairdo and stacked Kaioken on top
Yeah,
of that.
there it is.
Certainly performed great feats with God Ki, breaking through Hit's time stop by forcing himself into the future, holding off Infinite Zamasu, who was
Just remember, God Ki is different from magic, so I don't think that's gonna play any role in his fight against Superman.
a sentient timeline, defeating Goku, who shook the entire world of Void by just walking.
He even tried out Hakai, the destruction god move that nopes you out of existence.
Wait, Goku tried that?
And your soul erased from all of time and space.
Culminating in his greatest form, Ultra Instinct.
Chrome Goku.
I actually like Ultra Instinct.
transformation. It's a state.
Like the way it looks.
Ultra Instinct is the highest peak of martial arts, subconsciously making optimal choices because you're in the zone, doing without thinking.
Something Goku has always been trained to do. Technically, it can be used in any form, but when perfected, Autonomous Ultra Instinct makes you untouchable. No matter what comes his way, Goku will automatically dodge, block, and counter to the best of his ability.
They say that, but for those who have all the redeems, I turned them off during Archipelago this past Friday, and I forgot to turn them back on, so I'll turn them on after this video. I promise. But, yeah, they say this about Ultra Instinct, but for those of you who read the manga still, and spoiler alert, by the way, Frieza appears with a new form, Black Frieza, and one-shots Ultra Instinct Goku and Ultra Ego Vegeta when they're at full health with a Zenkai boost. So, yeah, this form is not an end-all, be-all, instant win condition.
Even pushing his body well beyond his limits. So far beyond, in fact, Ultra Instinct can summon a massive avatar to defend him when his own body can't.
That sounds really.
Oh, look, it's
It
gas.
is, which is why he's developed incremental versions of it for specific uses. It's extremely difficult to maintain the full form for long.
Until you get to Dragon Ball Heroes.
Are they really gonna dip into this one?
Fanfiction gone Kaioken times 1,000.
While technically a different continuity, CC Goku
Oh, hold up. CC Goku is an alternate continuation of the Super Anime Xeno Goku Experience GT, attained the Super Saiyan 4 full power limit breaker form, that's a mouthful, and defeated universe busters like Omega Shenron, Cielus, and Shamel. Those are characters that's exclusive to Super Dragon Ball Heroes. CC Goku defeated Zeno Goku in Duel of the Strongest. I don't know what that means. I don't watch Super Dragon Ball Heroes, so they're dipping into territory I know nothing about. So this could maybe swing the battle in Goku's favor against Superman. Who knows?
Who is functionally a stand-in for the mainline Goku.
Oh, Capsule Corp, that's what it means.
The same, making his story just as much of a what-if scenario as the multiple super continuities. The only real difference is Toriyama's not really involved.
This Goku used
of course he's not.
Transmission to teleport through time and dimensions. He outsped a god who could see the future. He defeated Dark King Fu, who was gonna rewrite the entire universe. Hell,
I recognize that guy.
He even makes GT cool. Xeno Goku can break space-time just by going Super Saiyan 4.
Looking back at that goofy monkey boy chopping wood and punching dinosaurs, it's almost overwhelming to think about how far Goku has come, how much he's had to face.
But no matter the challenge, he takes it head-on and pushes through.
Showing everyone, everywhere, how to go even further beyond.
That's a lot. That's definitely a lot. Especially compared to the last battle.
More powerful than a locomotive. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Geez, just a locomotive? People in the 40s needed greater imagination.
Born on the far-off world of Krypton, the infant Kal-El was sent to Earth by his parents, narrowly escaping Krypton's destruction. Raised by farmers as Clark Kent, he eventually became Superman, champion of the oppressed.
I wonder if anything changed for Superman.
Seen the movies? Forget him. Comic book Clark's not the perfect Boy Scout, and he's definitely not Jesus. Wait, were the guys who made him Jewish?
Jerry Siegel and Joe Shuster were sons of Jewish immigrants and grew up in a time when anti-Semitism went largely unchallenged.
And then that ugly mustache showed up.
Understandably seeking escape from some truly terrifying horrors, the pair created Superman to be a simple solution to overwhelming problems.
A hero who could defeat any evil by just punching it. Hell yeah, that's how I live my life.
After almost 9
Yeah, that new
decades,
Superman show.
has been many things. At the core, his
People seem to
story
like
is
it.
one of a refugee, a child who lost his home, left to the mercy of alien people. This new world accepted him, raised him, gave him a new home, because helping others in need is the right thing to do. That's why he became a superhero, the first superhero.
Everything's gotta start somewhere.
He's
but
the
he was
Superman.
The first one to really take off. I mean, not literally. It took a while, actually, before he learned how to fly.
In fact, when Clark discovered his Kryptonian heritage, he struggled to accept it and subconsciously developed mental blocks, severing him from his true power, which he would uncover throughout his life.
He's strong enough to shoulder press the weight of the Earth for 5 days straight. Or
5 days?
coal into perfectly cut diamond.
That's not how that works.
He's fast enough to the edge of the universe in seconds, or even break the bonds of infinity. Wait, he can do all that, but Batman can punch him out? Really?
You're probably
I mean,
thinking about
Kryptonite.
stories outside main canon like Dark Knight Returns. It's a good question though. Superman's powers have fluctuated over time for a variety of reasons. However, for Death Battle, we take the characters at their best.
Yeah, like
Oh,
his
yeah.
breath is so powerful he can sneeze away a solar system.
Well, no, see that right there, that's pre-Crisis Superman, and didn't they say in the last two Death Battles that they were not going to use that because it was just stupidly OP, more OP than Superman already is now?
Or blow air cold enough to freeze ghosts.
Speaking of, his X-ray vision doesn't just see through walls. He can see through your own body and mind to examine your soul.
And yet,
Damn.
he can't see through lead. That's okay, though. He can just burn through it with his face. Since he gets his power from the yellow sun, his heat vision burns with the fire of a star. And if beams aren't enough, he can blast it out of his whole body for a
Yep.
super flare. It used to totally drain him, but he's learned how to control it.
Simply put, Superman
Wait a minute. So hold up. The last time they said he could do that, it completely drains him of all his power for like, what, a day? And now he knows how to just use it, like, whenever he wants without being drained? That's pretty cracked, if that's the case.
Physics. My favorite examples of this are when he rebuilt the reality warping miracle machine from memory, or punched Brainiac so hard every version of him felt it through all of time.
Damn!
Years worth of medical training through only 5 minutes of reading, and then successfully performed lung surgery.
My favorite example is when he smelled brown in South Dakota from orbit.
Even beyond his powers, Superman
Jeez.
is no novice when it comes to the intricacies of battle.
He's trained in Kryptonian martial arts, which uses chi, or as they call it, Shriar. He even got summoned to Asgard to fight demons with Thor for 1,000 years.
Superman can resist being erased from existence.
It's not Marvel
such as
Thor, is it?
Darkseid's
I
Omega
doubt it.
Force. Even Retcon and the Time Trapper, both of which hijack and alter timelines, can't touch him. Not because of his powerful mental defenses or healing factor, but because he's a cosmic linchpin in the greater metaverse.
Timelines literally revolve around him.
But let's address the ancient elephant in the room. You may have noticed we've covered a variety of Superman eras. Superman and DC Comics as a whole have gone through multiple retcons.
Golden Age, Silver Age, Pre-Crisis, Post-Crisis, New 52, Rebirth, and so on.
It would help to know which one is the main Superman, right? Well, they all are.
Yeah, the
What?
latest reboots basically said everything in the main series is kinda canon, even when he had wacky powers like changing his appearance with a super muscular control. I guess he can still phase through almost anything, even people.
Look, if you really dig into it, this isn't new. Plenty of characters have recalled events from supposedly retcon timelines before.
Yeah, post-crisis soups did.
Like, even beyond the infinite multiverse continuity, most mainline eras of Superman can be directly scaled to each other. Post-Crisis Superman fought Golden Age Superman, who matched pre-Crisis Superman. Okay, so they're all just stupidly busted.
Start is less powerful than in Crisis, but that was because of the mental blocks.
Though he's not a complete composite, there's so many other
Bill Murray as
Superman
Superman?
Future Superman, Big Robot Superman, Commie Superman, Dinosaur Superman. There's a bunch.
Still, this new canon has affected his abilities. For example, he and other Kryptonians can effortlessly travel through time. And while Superman's powers stem from the Earth's yellow sun, exposure to a blue star increases them even further.
Yeah.
In fact, upon visiting a white star, he attained a whole new level of power.
When
Like
that
what?
old baldy Lex teleported him to another galaxy, Superman just popped back up, saying space-time has lost its meaning for him. He really just said that.
Remember,
Damn.
Superman defies physics.
Like when he used heat vision to restart the universe by making an all-new Big Bang.
We've seen that his universe has a radius of at least 100 trillion light years.
Okay, you know, at this point, just give the win to Superman.
Is 15 billion years old and expands at 60.
There's no way in hell Goku's gonna hold a candle to this.
This means its radius must be over 50 nonillion light years across.
Non-million!
What? That's 31 zeros, and you helped make that happen.
Well, about 1/5 of it. That's still immense power, but if you want something bigger, here's the Anti-Monitor blasting Golden Age Superman with all the energy of the antimatter universe. And then Superman, you know.
Punched him so hard, it
Hang on. Brainiac identifies Superman and his allies as the Big Bang's contributors, not Spectre, and Superman did so without parallax energy. His heat vision stands up to universal threats like Imperiex and the amplified Molly the Keepers, so this is consistent. Superman wins. That's it.
kickstarted another one of those reboots.
Now, Superman does have weaknesses. There's kryptonite, of course, and exposure to red starlight can fade his powers over time.
Okay, one thing about that. Yes. Kryptonite weakness and the as they said, red sun basically turns him into like a normal human being for, you know, simplicity's sake. But the thing is, I mean, knowing Goku's character, first of all, Goku needs to know this. And assuming that Goku somehow knows this, there's no way Goku's going to exploit this, because Goku's character is he wants to fight the strongest opponents at their best. It's why he waited there and let Frieza power up to 100%. It's why he gave a Sensu Bean to Cell so that his son can take on Cell. It's why he gave a Sensu Bean to freaking Moro, even though Moro is literally eating the freaking energy of the world, but he gives Moro a Sensu Bean and is like, I don't freaking know. But yeah, there's no way Goku is going to exploit those weaknesses, even if he knew about them.
Not all at once. He has been able to move planets around while under a red star. So
And everyone knows Superman can't deal with magic, but it's more accurate to say he doesn't have any special resistances to it. He's defeated plenty of magic users before, even Shazam.
Superman challenges the idea that absolute power corrupts absolutely. He's the goodest good guy of them all, but there is nuance to being good, even if he is the ultimate power fantasy, unstoppable and incorruptible.
Such as when he took on the World Forger, one of the most powerful reality shapers in all of creation.
Anyway,
He was in the sixth dimension, crafting
and
a
Superman wins, right?
multiverse to replace the one Clark calls home. Who's gonna stop him?
Superman could, and Forger knew it. So he was trapped on a world with a sun so distant he could never escape. Or so the Forger thought.
Instead, Clark found the strength he needed to fly at that sun, dip through a ton of stars, KO the World Forger, and shatter his new multiverse with a single punch.
That's freaking stupid.
Superman, a simple
Oh my
solution to
gosh.
overwhelming problems.
He's the kind of person to save a cat from a tree, answer Christmas cards from strangers, and tow hundreds of planets to a new galaxy all in the same day. What's not to like?
Truth and justice has no better champion than the Man of Steel.
This episode of Death Battle is sponsored by
Like,
BetterHelp.
if Goku wins this, I would love to see how. And I would love to hear their... I would love to hear how they rationalize that.
Undiscovered
Yeah,
elements
let's
would be
skip
nice,
this here.
but the holidays
month or
that means
greatest film.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle!
Wow, we're just starting off. No setup. Just right into the fray. That's cool. And the animation's clean, too. That's a nice Superman model.
Today's the day. We'll finally settle who's stronger.
If you say so.
It's so easy to forget that Xander Mobius voices Superman. Just start a forest fire, right?
You're holding back. Give it your all.
Mind you, Goku's still Super Saiyan. He hasn't gone blue or Ultra Instinct or anything. There we go, blue. Sure, aim it downward toward the Earth. That's smart. This has to be the season finale, too. Oh, that was hot. Well...
Well, I guess we can wish it back later.
World made of cardboard. All right, I'll show you just how powerful I really am.
All the other versions of Goku are just feeling it.
Well, what do you think?
That was awesome. Nice suit.
Oh, thanks. Kryptonian fabric. My mom made it for me.
Ultra Instinct. Yeah. I would be amazed if that's enough to give Goku the win, though. Oh, there we go. But he can control that now, right? So he's not out of power, or he can just get it right back with all the suns. Dude, Finally! What do you hope to do against that? Superman 1 million? It's not good. That's not gonna be enough. It can't be. Yeah. It's done. It's over. Obliterate the whole of reality. No way! No. Wait, he's dead, right? Yeah, he's dead. Okay.
Almost had me there. That was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, it sure was. But I'll be stronger next time.
I look forward to it.
Let's go again.
You're on.
Wow. So yeah, Superman wins, like I thought.
KO! That's it! The final, indisputable answer! Who am I kidding? People are gonna argue this one forever.
Of course.
So many ways this battle could go, especially with all the other continuities.
Yeah, for real. Goku would kick almost every other Superman's ass, except for the main one.
There's a lot to cover, so let's address the 5 categories most representative of this fight.
First up, strength. Both could hit hard enough to break or make their whole universe, or take it in stride, like when Superman got smacked by the whole antimatter universe.
At most, Dragon Ball's universe is 1,505 times larger than our own.
DC's universe is layered with numerous spatial and fractal dimensions. When comparing arguments that Dragon Ball and DC's universes could be infinite in scope, DC's is much more layered and complex. Okay.
But based on the DC Universe's officially established age and rate of expansion, it is 1.6 vigintillion times larger.
What the hell is that number? Vigintillion? They don't even have zeros. It's just 1.62 with an E. There's a letter in there.
Over a Novemdecillion times more than Goku's.
November something? What? No, Novemdecillion? What is that?
At some point you reach a number high enough that it just doesn't mean anything anymore. Anyway, Goku's obviously gotten stronger since the Beerus fight, even by billions or trillions of...
Hang on. Mixius Pitilix, fifth dimensional Mixius Pitalik, I guess, can destroy infinite timelines, all numbered dimensions, the bleed, whatever the hell that is, the sphere of the gods in the 5th dimension. The World Forger, 6th dimensional, is Mixius Pitilix superior and forged hyper time. Dragon Ball Heroes' infinite timelines and the crack of time doesn't meet the scope. Okay, well, glad we've established that, I guess.
Times he's defeated Jiren, Broly, Moro, and Fu.
But even if we highball Goku by quadrillions or quintillions of times, the gap is just too much, especially with the World Forger feat. Not even Heroes competes with that. Superman takes the edge in strength.
But strength isn't everything. Let's talk speed. Both are obviously way faster than light.
Pretty sure Superman beats Goku.
Of his in seconds, and
Okay, what the hell is this? Fun fact, Superman can produce 10 billion decibels of sound, which is enough power to destroy. What the hell is that? How do you like quantify that? 10E plus so many 9s with an 8 there and a 9-0 universes? A classic case of writers cannot do math.
faster than infinity.
He can keep up with the Flash, whose speed is so ludicrous it's unquantifiable.
Don't count Goku out, though. Flying across the entire afterlife in base form and outspeeding Eos's future sight takes some crazy speed.
Fighting zombies
But how much?
in an omnipresent merged timeline also implies immeasurable speeds.
That, combined with instant transmission and Ultra Instinct, could probably keep up.
Maybe. Quantifiably, Superman is faster, but both are immeasurable. The safest bet here is to say they tie in speed.
Really?
Especially when we look at skill. Goku's
Okay, Goku probably has this.
He's definitely got better battle instincts. He wants to fight and is dedicated to his training, while Superman sees training as a means to an end.
See, Goku could summon back up with game card technology. Okay, we're dipping into a continuity I don't even know about. However, Superman has an army of robot duplicates on par with the Justice League. Superman's bioelectric aura can also disable and destroy advanced technology such as Lex Luthor's war suit. Okay, I don't know what that has to do with skill, I guess, but whatever.
Superman's knowledge in pressure point combat and Kryptonian martial arts are impressive, but he's only used them a few times. It would be disingenuous to say he's an equivalent master at them.
So Goku wins in skill, but not necessarily in experience.
Don't get it wrong, Superman is not a mindless brawler. He's trained with Batman and Wonder Woman. He's even defeated martial arts experts like Cobra.
Superman should win in a battle of attrition. Goku can fight for a week straight, but his ki and sensu beans are finite. Superman can function indefinitely without rest, eating, or sleeping, and with a constant healing factor so long as he has sunlight. Oh yeah, I mean there's that.
Without powers.
Goku has spent decades training, but Superman battled Norse demons for 8,000 years.
He's also astonishingly brilliant, like when he reassembled the reality warping miracle machine from memory. Experience obviously goes to Superman, but perhaps less obvious is our last category, powers.
Hakai, Spirit Bomb, instant transmission, God Key, God Bind. How does Goku not win with those?
In Dragon Ball, ki is dependent on physical ability.
I see, Superman could likely counter status debuffs from heroes like Dimensional Domain, as he resisted the biological decay field of Doomsday and the power nullification of the Hollow Men. He's also developed resistance to energy-draining villains, like the Sun Eater, Parasite, and Silver Banshee. I know of Parasite, I don't know the other two.
So it's different from magic. God Ki is simply pure ki, and magic isn't an auto win against Superman anyway, whose greater strength could break out of something like the God Bind.
Mafuba and the Spirit Bomb would take way too long, and Goku's never successfully used Hakai before.
There's so many freaking side notes. Let me see. Superman has escaped Time Stops, Vandal Savage's Hyper Time Prison, and the Overvoid. It's unlikely the Mafuba could contain him. Yeah.
Even if he did land it, Superman's impossible to erase from reality. Like, he's tanked Omega Beams, which do the same thing as Hakai.
Superman can time travel.
That is true.
Instant transmission similar ability from...
Okay, while outside his usual arsenal, Goku could potentially acquire reality warping items like the Awakened Key Sword, Dragon Balls, or Universe Tree Energy. However, Superman can construct and power the Miracle Machine by himself, which has enough power to rewrite the entire DC cosmology. Not only that, but like, what could the Dragon Balls do against Superman? Like, it's been established that if you make a wish the dragon to defeat someone or to destroy someone, if that someone is much stronger than the dragon can't do it.
Heroes. And regarding teleporting him to a red star, ignoring the fact that Saiyans can't breathe in space, though Goku's certainly tough enough to withstand a vacuum, instant transmission requires another person to act as a beacon. He can't just warp to any red star.
Oh, yeah, here we go. So, Goku, greater martial arts mastery, more varied techniques, better mobility via instant transmission. Okay. Limited ki energy is his weakness towards Superman. Ultra Instinct is similar to Theta State. I don't know what Theta State is. And potentially similar speeds. While Superman, far greater strength, more experience, higher intelligence. Definitely. Shit, anyone's smarter than Goku, except for fighting, I guess. Superior stamina via sunlight and counters most of Goku's techniques, but he has limited martial arts mastery. I mean, does it really matter, though, when you're as stupidly powerful as Superman? And Theta State is similar to Ultra Instinct and potentially similar speeds.
Even if he did, Superman could simply fly away and find a blue or white star for a supercharge.
And Goku could not pull off the same trick twice, as Superman could phase through his attacks.
So, that's it then. Clark has too many counters, so he takes the edge in powers and it's over.
Well, I think there's something else. Goku versus Superman breaches a broader zeitgeist. It's more than just two characters fighting. For a whole generation, especially in 90s America, superheroes represented an unyielding status quo. Spider-Man, Batman, Captain America rarely change who they are or what they believe in. For a lot of people, that's tiring, and Superman is an icon of that. Then along came anime. There was a whole other world of ideas and stories for us sheltered Westerners to experience, and Goku's an icon of that. So while many see this
My first anime was Sailor Moon.
Debate of ideologies and culture. And if that's what's at stake, Who wants Goku to lose?
You sure you're not overthinking this?
It's not our intent, but it does call into question what we're doing. How can people agree with what we take as fact when fiction relies on interpretation? Are we stripping characters of their importance by simplifying them to contestants in a vacuum of violence? And if so, then what's the point?
Because it's fun, Wiz. Man, there's more than one way to appreciate something. We're having a great time talking about awesome characters and slamming action figures together. And that's okay.
Yeah, you're right.
I'm just saying, no matter who you prefer, that battle was super, man.
That's the worst pun.
What? It fits them both.
It's so lame.
I don't see you doing any better.
I do the math, the pun's your job.
Well, maybe if you math as good as I punned, then Goku would have won.
What is wrong with you?
So yeah, Superman wins.
Hi, I'm Ben, the voice of Wiz. Thank you so much for watching. We are about to announce the next episode, but before we do,
Wait, that wasn't the final episode of the season?
if you're not a Death Metal member,
Wait, hold on.
turn button
What's
below. See
next?
what you're missing.
What's gonna follow that? Who's next? Season 10 that's the finale? Oh, hang on. Galactus versus Unicron. That's interesting. They're choosing that as the season finale. Okay. Okay then. I don't know who's gonna win that, because I know some of Galactus. I know nothing about Unicron. So, but yeah, that was a pretty dope battle. That was pretty cool. But yeah, as I figured, Superman wins, and at this point, Superman's just going to stay winning. Like for Goku to beat Superman, they have to fundamentally change everything that makes Goku Goku, really. So, of course, you're gonna have Dragon Ball fans that's gonna be really unhappy, go in the comments, be like, no, Goku should win because this and this, Superman lost to Doomsday. It's like, okay, well, Goku lost to freaking Raditz, you know, so it's whatever. But yeah, that was fun. I liked it.